Last year's opera dealt with Medea as we knew her and know her primarily from Euripides and the other plays in which she appears, and I would say that that story is the one that is most familiar to people. So she murders her two children, and here in Teseo, she has gone to Athens in an attempt to carry on in some form, but now she's in a new place with new characters, new interactions, and how she falls in love again is the subject of this opera.
Well, Teseo was actually the third piece that Handel wrote in London. His first opera there was Rinaldo, and that was a huge smash. And then he went away for a while, and then he came back and wrote Il Pastor Fido, which was not such a big success. And then he wrote this really curious piece called Teseo.
And in Teseo, Handel is experimenting. So here you have Handel experimenting with form, experimenting musically, and I can think of no better situation to be in than to be working with such a great piece by a fantastic composer, in which the composer is, in every way, testing new ideas that then he would use in later operas.
I have a very specific way of preparing for any opera, but particularly Handel, in that I spend a lot of time with the libretto. These libretti are so difficult to translate, and so we have to kind of get into this world of 15th, 16th, 17th century Italian poetry and kind of figure out how it's constructed.
It was very important that, as the end of the Medea trilogy, that Teseo function as its own opera. As a whole, the tone of the piece is so completely different, and this is the darkest of the three. It's the most violent of the three. It looks to be the story, a sequel to Medea, but in every way, Handel's presenting her antidote. He's presenting a force, a human being who is exactly the opposite of her. So Theseus is new to Athens, he's very young, and he comes in with this new energy that is completely unlike anything she's ever encountered.
We're doing a little bit of gender play in our production of Teseo, in that Teseo in our production is being played by a woman, but in the original production it would have been played by a soprano castrato. There are only high voices in this piece. It's all either sopranos, mezzos, or altos. And what's interesting is that since we've been rehearsing this piece, I haven't for once missed the lower voices. I keep expecting that I'm going to say, well, where's the tenor, where's the bass? But the piece is so fabulously constructed, and we have such a wonderful cast of really different qualities of voices that I don't miss the lower voices at all. Certainly I share James, the director's, feeling that the experience must be incredibly entertaining, where you cannot wait to get to the next aria and see who's going to sing the highest note, and you get all involved in these characters like a Shakespearean play.
The last opera happens in an extremely public way, and in Teseo, everything is interior. We kind of retreat within this one room in a palace, and that's where everything occurs between only 6 characters. Musically, they're all completely different, and dramatically, each one of them is incredibly well crafted.
No matter how evil these characters are, and they all have, you know, they all have faults, because the music is so beautiful and Handel is so capable of getting to the absolute center of a character's humanity in the most subtle way, you really love these characters. And there's nothing but the music that can do that. And this unbelievably glorious piece really is capable of just absolutely capturing the audience's imagination, I think.